Propulsion in the large intestine occurs by several types of movements. Haustral contractions are slow movements that last about a minute, and they occur every 30 minutes, moving the feces from one haustrum to the next. This happens mainly in the ascending and the transverse colon. Mass movements are slow, powerful movements that occur 3 to 4 times per day, usually after a meal or during a meal, and they move the feces into the rectum. Once the feces enters the rectum, the defecation reflex begins. Let's look at the steps of the defecation reflex. As a result of mass movements, feces is propelled into the rectum. This distends the wall of the rectum, and stretch receptors located within the wall are stimulated. A spinal reflex is initiated. Sensory information is transmitted along the afferent pathway to the spinal cord, which in turn stimulates motor neurons of the parasympathetic nervous system. The motor neurons of the parasympathetic nervous system stimulate the smooth muscles in the sigmoid colon and the rectum to contract, and this pushes the feces into the anal canal. In addition, the internal anal sphincter, which is smooth muscle, relaxes. At the same time that the spinal reflex is occurring, information is being sent to the cortex of the brain, where you consciously decide whether this is an appropriate time to defecate or not. If you decide that you can defecate, somatic motor input into the skeletal muscles of the external anal sphincter are inhibited. This causes the external anal sphincter to relax and defecation can occur. Defecation can be aided by a maneuver called Valsalva's. During this maneuver, the glottis closes. Remember, the glottis is the opening into the larynx. Abdominal muscles and the diaphragm contract, increasing the intra-abdominal pressure. If this maneuver occurs for an extended period of time, the closure of the glottis prevents air from going into the lungs, and this can lead to a decrease in blood oxygen levels, which can result in fainting.